Hi, this is John Dayani, co-founder of Goba LLC, and I'd like to take a minute to demonstrate the functionality of the Crew app we've created for both the Vanderbilt campus as well as the University of Tennessee campus. I'm going to dive in and show you the app. If you haven't already, feel free to text Crew 865 or Crew 615 to the short code 66502 and download the app and give it a go yourself. I'm going to run through the app and then show you the Engage management tool that makes the app happen. So when you download the app, you'll come into the News tab, and this is where your users who can download the app for free can learn more about how to engage with you and what you're doing on the campus. At GobaEngage, we define engagement by trying to help your users, whether it be students, volunteers, or staff, get plugged in to all that's going on and all that you're doing. And a lot of that looks like groups and events. So a user can easily go in and at their own discretion see your featured groups, scroll through. If they want to find out more about that Uber group, they can come in here, they can learn details, you can provide a map, contact information. If they follow this group, then any updates or announcements related to this group can come to them as a notification, depending on whether or not the administrator or multiple administrators of this group want to send an update as a notification. Any events for this group can be found here, any upcoming events, and then different news items can be found here. So this is where we get updates. We can include RSS feeds for groups or for the app as a whole. There's a tremendous amount of information we can provide through the app. In addition, since these are all public groups that I can see that are made available to me, if I see a group that I find interesting as an end user, I can click the share button and then text information about this group to users. When I send this to my friend, John Dayani, when they click that Google short link below, it'll take them to a web or mobile web ready destination where they can learn about the group, sign up, and then ultimately and hopefully download your app. Not only is getting engaged about groups, but it's also about events. So here, if I go to special events, I see highlighted events, and just like groups, I can go in, I can learn about them, but these have a time and or location stamped with them, and so I can add this event to my own calendar. No thanks, I can find out who to contact regarding this event. This is the first Crew meeting, and I can get a map to this event where it is, or I can also come in here and click the link and learn more. So I can open this in Maps. If I'm using this for my iPhone, I'm demonstrating this through my iPad. But if I were on my iPhone and I use this to open Maps, I can then use directions or navigation to get there. And like groups, any public events I can share as well. Calendar events is a feature for Crew. This allows you to take your Gmail calendar feed and ingest it in the app. So sometimes a lot of the Google calendar feed is stagnant or repetitious, and so less featured but more information here. I can go in, I can go to a prayer event, and I can add this to my calendar. Resources is exciting. For Crew, we've allowed the resource tab to point to Crew Press Green, and so in the palm of your hands of your students, your leaders, your volunteers, your staff, all the resources that are associated with Crew Green here are here and one touch away for all your users. And then partners, in this case, our Engage Manager will allow you to identify your partners, give them a title, a description, and then when they click Learn More, it'll actually take you to a website destination within the app. And we'll show you this in the Engage Manager. A final note about these tabs here on the left. What makes this powerful is, one, we can allow the end user to define how they want to engage. And then secondly, we can send targeted notifications to targeted individuals or groups of individuals based on multiple criteria. And those targeted notifications can actually drive the user either to tabs and or groups or events detail pages within the app. So we're really keen here to allow the user to identify how they want to engage and sort of let them discover different ways to engage with you. But in addition, when you send a targeted notification, we can drive how the end user engages within your app. Now I want to jump over to the Engage Manager, which is essentially our content management system that feeds the app. So here on the left you see the tabs resemble the tabs of the app. We're on the News tab right now, so I can see the different types of news that exist currently as is. In the News function, this is where I can set a name for this. I can put in details here. There are 4 types of notifications or news items. One is I can send a news item and it'd be a simple message that does nothing. I can do an in-app redirect, which will allow me to point the end user to a particular tab. So if I have new groups or special events, or if we've updated our calendar feed, I can actually let them know and then send them to that. I can direct them to particular groups or events directly, or I can embed a URL so that when they touch the news item, it'll take them to a web destination. For example, have a new YouTube video you want to point them to. When they click that, it should launch their YouTube player or take them there. Groups, here are the list of groups that I have, or I can see the public groups that are in the app. And what's exciting about our Engage Manager is if I go in here and I check out the Crew alumni, you can see that images drive the engagement for the app. So here's all the existing news feeds. I can add news. I can ingest an RSS feed. If I go to the settings, I can name it. I can make it public or private. And a note about private groups and private events. These won't be seen by your everyday users. We are seeing the different Crew campuses use private groups and private events to help better manage what's going on behind the scene to make it less publicly known. So whether that be a staff group, a volunteer group, a leaders group, where you want to communicate with them using our mobile platform. You can have commenting by admins only, or you can allow group chat by selecting everyone. Location allows you to map. Other information is contact phone, email, and a URL that's presented in the detail side, and then I can feature this in the app. Also exciting about our Engage Manager are the images. So you can upload images here, select from your library, edit these images, add filters, and do a lot of things, and it makes it ready not only for the iPhone but also for the Android as well as web and mobile web. Same with the banner. So if you have a really great picture on your phone and you want to load that as the avatar for your group, you can just log on to the Engage Manager from your phone and download it from there. News items we've seen, any events tagged to this group will be seen here. Here's where I can customize the share text and make it easier for the user to share. Please check out the Crew alumni group from the Crew app. Save it, and now that'll be the default messages. I can see my members here, and then I can also assign different administrators for this group, and they can either have full control of the group, edit things, or they can just post comments. Same with special events, except here now we can add time and calendar feed. You have public and private. I can see how my featured events look and go from there. In addition, we have calendar events, which is where we can ingest an ICS or a Google Calendar feed. If I want to change it or I've updated it, I can hit import now. Otherwise, twice daily, that'll automatically update. The Partners tab is controlled here. I can name it, give it some details here, and then either add a location or other information. When they click Learn More, the URL you type here is where they'll go, and then I can control the images here. Settings. This is where I can control my permissions, who can do what within the app at a global level, whether it be everything, events, groups, news, creator, read-only. I can have my default images here for avatar, the mobile web screen, banner. I can control app menu, which is a new feature for us and we'll be expanding upon. I can have an overall text message, this link right here, and if they go to the share in their settings, will actually take iPhone users and Android users to the respective stores to the app where they can easily download it. And we do have the ability to drive a text-to-join campaign. That covers not only our app, but the Engage Manager for Crew. If you haven't already, again, download the Crew 615 or Crew 865 app and give it a test drive yourself. If you have any questions, please email us or feel free to call. Otherwise, you can go online, set up your campus, and we'll be glad to help get you going and engage your students, volunteers, and staff in a new and relevant way using mobile. Thanks a bunch.